You know when you're traveling, one single wrong word can mean a missed flight or a totally lost booking. It's crazy, but the right words, oh, they can take a simple trip and turn it into this seamless adventure. So today, let's dive into the essential vocabulary that really makes all the difference.
And really, that's the heart of it all. This one idea says everything. Good vocabulary equals good service. At the end of the day, using the right language isn't just about sounding smart or professional, it's about delivering service that's actually excellent, clear, and genuinely helpful. Okay, so why does mastering this language actually matter so much? Well, because in the world of travel, communication isn't just important, it is literally everything. Just think about it. One little misunderstood term can lead to a missed flight, a lost reservation, or, a super frustrated traveler. Getting the language right from the very beginning is the absolute foundation for a trip that's actually stress-free.
When you get this vocabulary down, you can communicate with total professionalism. It helps you explain some pretty complex tour programs with ease, and it builds that crucial trust with travelers. Look, if you're a tour guide or work in a hotel, this stuff is essential. Ultimately, these words are the tools you use to build your credibility.
All right, every great trip starts with a great plan. So let's begin our little journey right where a traveler does, in the planning phase. We're going to look at the key terms to get the whole thing rolling.
So, what's the first step for pretty much any trip? Making a reservation. Yeah, it sounds simple, right? But this is the official act of locking in your spot. Whether it's for a hotel room, a table with an amazing view, or a seat on a plane. That reservation, that's your golden ticket.
Okay, but what about travelers who want that all-in-one solution? Well, for them, there's the travel package. This is where an agency bundles everything together. We're talking flights, hotels, tours, sometimes even your meals, all under one single price. It's all about convenience, and honestly, it often provides some really great value.
And now we come to what is maybe the single most important document in all of travel, the itinerary. Seriously, don't just think of this as a simple list. It's so much more. It's the blueprint for your entire journey. It's a detailed schedule that maps out exactly what's happening, where it's happening, and when, making sure you don't miss a single thing. Okay, let's break this down a bit. What's cool here is you can see exactly what a professional itinerary looks like. See? It's not just about the what, the museum visit, it's also about the when, the where, and those super important notes like, hey, wear comfortable shoes. This kind of detail is what makes sure everyone's on the same page and the day just runs smoothly.
All right, the planning is done, your bags are packed, and you have finally arrived. This is the moment we shift gears, moving away from the language of logistics and into the language of welcome, what the industry calls hospitality.
So what's the very first thing you're going to do? You're going to check in. This is that formal process, right? You go to the front desk, you register, you get your key, and you officially kick off your stay. It's the very first point of contact, and it's the hotel's big chance to make a fantastic first impression. And that first impression? It's all about hospitality. This one word really captures the entire spirit of the industry. It's not just about giving someone a bed for the night. No, it's that warm, friendly, generous service that makes a guest feel like they are genuinely being taken care of.
Now, a huge part of great hospitality is providing excellent amenities. And what are these? Well, these are all the extra services and facilities a hotel offers to make your stay that much more comfortable and enjoyable. Everything from the super practical stuff to the totally luxurious. So, what kind of amenities are we talking about that really matter to guests? Well, as you can see, things like Wi-Fi and breakfast, they're pretty much expected these days, right? But those extras, like a swimming pool or a shuttle service, that can be the one thing that makes a traveler say, yep, this is the one, I'm booking.
You might have noticed I just said free Wi-Fi, but the professional term you're going to hear way more often is complimentary. It just means something is included with your stay, no extra charge. So when you hear complimentary breakfast, that means your first meal of the day is on the house. Gotta love that.
Okay, so you're all checked in, you're feeling comfortable. Now it's time for the main event, the experience itself. In this section, we're going to cover the words you'll use when you're actually out there exploring.
A really common highlight of any trip is going on an excursion. Just think of it like a mini adventure tucked inside your main trip. It could be a planned day trip to a village nearby, a cool boat tour, or a guided walk through a bustling market.
And this really captures that feeling, doesn't it? You've handled all the logistics, you're settled in, and now it's time to just follow that sign and really explore your destination. This right here is where the memories are made.
Okay, let's do a quick run-through of some related terms you're definitely going to run into. So, sightseeing, that's the general activity, right? The actual places you visit are called attractions, and the super famous ones are landmarks. And if you want an expert to explain everything, you take a guided tour. See how they all work together to describe the whole experience?
Wow, okay, we have covered a lot of ground. So for our final section, let's really focus on how to use these words with confidence, how to sound professional, how to sound like a seasoned pro.
Okay, this is so important. Pronunciation is absolutely key if you want to sound confident. So take a look at the stress patterns here. It's not itinerary, it's itinerary. It's not amenities, it's amenities. Trust me, getting this right makes a massive difference in how clearly people understand you. So, what does this actually sound like in a real conversation? Okay, picture this. A tour guide is handing a plan to a guest. Here is your itinerary for the one-day trip. Simple, right? It's clear, it's professional, and it uses the term perfectly.
And here's another fantastic example. Imagine a front desk agent answering a question. They can combine a few of our words into one sentence. The hotel amenities include complimentary Wi-Fi and breakfast. In that one phrase, they've told the guests all about the hotel's amenities and clarified that two of them are complimentary. It's super efficient and so helpful.
And you know what? This brings us right back to where we started. Why learn all this stuff? Because these words are used every single day in the real world of tourism. It doesn't matter if you're a tour guide, writing a tour program, or working the front desk at a hotel. This isn't just a list of vocabulary, it's the actual language of the job.
So there you go. Now you have the words of a true travel pro. The only question left is, well, it's the most exciting one. What journey are you going to plan first?